Right. Hi everyone or anyone. Going to be taking apart Shark Duo Clean. This is from a cylinder Shark, which is the CZ500 ukt. Does have 66 on the end, but ignore the end number all the time. Yeah, I'll go through taking it apart. And right, front roller to start. That's the basic. Like always, I always use a coin when taking these twist arounds. No damage caused. Simple. A lot of people who try with a screwdriver and then they damage them. Yeah. So I throw that way. Right. There we go. Now this is going to be a video just taking it apart. I'm not specifically trying to do a belt change, a cog change, a motor change or anything. It's just because there's things that are hidden that not everyone can either see or know about. And that's the basics of the videos. It's like that screw. Once you start using it, it gets filled up with dust and debris, and then that screw is hidden. You can't see it. So it's simple things like that, which is what the videos are based on. I get lots of messages, sort of, I don't know, it's a baffling, you know, I'm not showing a complete, just doing the belt. I'm not interested in doing that. This is for people who are struggling just to take it apart. You know, if all you're wanting to do is change the belt, then watch the video. You'll see how to take it apart. If that's all you're doing, that's all you need to watch or see. You don't need to worry about everything else that goes on. But you don't really need to comment either. It's not helpful. But anyway, right, there is mainly two different size bits to it. But I've said many a times you can't always. This is another question I get asked loads. Oh, you know, what size screw heads are there? You know, what size bits? I've had in the past exactly the same models. I could have 3 of these exactly the same, and each of them has different size screw heads. You know, Shark don't make exactly the same all the time with exactly the same screws all the time. Screw heads change. Commonly, I buy a pack of, I think, 10 assorted of these Torx T-range. They got a hole in the end. That's what I buy, packs of 10 of them. They're about £6 on eBay. That's what I buy. I buy 4 packs at a time because I end up losing them. So yeah, that's what I do. And then you should have enough bits to suit. But I can't guarantee you that if I say, oh, it's a T10 and it's a T20, I can't guarantee that. There might be a T15, it might sometimes be a T9. So, but basically, I mean, if you put your bit in there and it fits, that's the bit you need. If you put a bit in there and it doesn't fit, it's not. But anyway, bit of a rant, but there we go. See, that screw would usually be the same as that one, but obviously it's not. And there we go. It's a bit of a, either for me, I take these apart loads and loads, but the screw heads baffle me. Anyway, we'll there we go. This is like the pack of bits that I buy. Can't even remember what's on there, but this does most modern Sharks. I do feel like I'm a bit missing there. Because I don't think these are the right ones for it. So there's one missing somewhere. Right, I'll find a bit and come back. Right, we're back. That's the bit I needed. Right. But yeah, packs of 10 T-Torx. They range from, I don't know, T something like various sizes. But you only really need 3 or 4 at the pack. Right, hopefully this is the right one. Oh, that's better. But that proves exactly what I mean. I mean, I was expecting only 2 drill bits needed, and I needed 3. So there's one. The small one is from that. All the rest are the same size. One there. Right. So you get 2 at the back, 2 there, 2 there, 1 there, 2 there, and 2 there. And then this comes off. Now this is a little bit tricky and can break. So I've just got this blunt sharp knife. As in, it's been well used, and so you just got to try. It's really tight. There's basically, I mean, I could tape it up, but for what I need, I don't need to do that. I'm not interested in. But if you're wanting to even make sure it's really, then probably mask it up. Put a bit of masking tape or something. That'll probably save any scratches or whatever. It is a see, even that I've made it's so tight, and it's sort of, God, this one is in there. There we go. And sometimes these do break, you know, but that one's alright. But yeah, it's made a bit of damage there. It's made a bit of damage there. You can't help it, you know, when these are made, they're not designed to come apart, so that's going to happen. Right, we should be back to the small T10 sort of size. 2 screws. There we go. What I'll do is I'll keep them with that wearing out. Right, we should be 3 now. Should be everything. It's a bit tight still, but it's just stiff. Just gently prise it away and tops off. All good. Yeah, just see, bit of damage. But removal marks is all part of taking things apart sometimes. Right, and there we have it. Now what I will do is I'll take a bit of a close-up. On the older. And the reason I do this is when you take them apart, you pull everything out, and yeah. Then when you go and put it back together, you're like, where did the wires go? How exactly did they sit? As you can see, you've got the wires going back there, they're all tucked in. It's down there. You've got the upright switch wire there. They're underneath. And then you've got the white one. Then you've got the brown one, which is all notched into there. That's the upright switch. That's lodged in there, fed round. Is actually, yeah, So it's slotted into there, but other than that, that's not in a natural area. The front light tucked into that part, that just pulls out then. So you can, there we go. Get rid of that one. Right, and what we'll do is we'll just pull this joiner out, just so you can see a bit more of the layout. Yeah, but anyway, that's when you're refitting, that may be of use to well, pause the video so you can see where they will go. But anyway, let's continue. Sometimes there's a cable clip holding that on, but this one there isn't. Usually I use pliers or small grips or whatever, but I've lost them, so I'm just going to use these small grips. What was I thinking of the other ones? If I had pliers, I would squeeze that both sides before, but it's not quite as straightforward with these. But I'm going to have to. This is something that's just a bit of patience. As I said at the start, if you're just doing a belt change, you don't need to do this. You don't need to worry about this. Skip forward. This video is a sort of, should help anyone with a specific item, but in stages. If I was to just make videos, oh yeah, showing you how to do a belt change, and then afterwards starting again, how to do this belt change, or how to replace that cog, or how to replace a brush roll, or how, so many videos, so much time, so much editing, so much, you know, these videos I don't get paid for. There's not enough subscribers, there's not enough, you know, there's loads of viewing, you get, oh, I don't know, over 100,000 views, loads of hours watching, 650 odd hours a month at the moment, but nothing to make any money by it by. So yeah, I don't see it's worth my time making loads and loads of videos, making loads and loads of different angle shots, putting a GoPro on my head and doing it in, it's just never worth it. This is one that I wish I never started, but they can be awkward, and this is showing it in, you know, if they would come across easy all the time, you'd think, oh, what you're doing wrong, but no, these can be tricky sometimes. So I'm just going to leave it in there. Sometimes I've got to do it that, you know, it breaks the actual metal, not the wires, just the metal surround. I haven't made a video for probably a couple of weeks now, all loaded up. It's just been busy with my own work, my own normal work. I've decided to come in on over the bank holiday and do a few. It's quite nice because It's a bit easier because there's no one about. There's no deliveries. There's no people unexpectedly arriving and all that. So it's quite good. I can take my time a bit more. Like it's a bit more in there. And I'll probably talk a bit more. Probably rant, moan at comments on YouTube about videos. I've had a few that's, I think yesterday. Oh, I never realised buying a Shark was so much work into changing the brush roll. Blah blah blah. Oh, I wish I never bought it. I don't work for Shark. I have nothing to do with the making of it, any of it. I'm just doing videos, taking it apart so it helps people. It doesn't interest me, you know. But the fact is, there's millions of Shark Hoovers about that sold, you know. And the point of these videos is, well, if you've got one that you need your brush roll changing, this video may help. But I'm not the designer, I'm not the maker, I don't work for Shark, I don't have nothing to do with Shark. Apart from me selling the parts, I have absolutely no interest, I'm not worried. You know, if you go to Dyson, I've heard many people say, oh, over-engineered. It's so complicated to take apart some of them. Yeah. You could complain, I could complain about every single, I could pick faults with every single vacuum out there. I really could. I've taken hundreds and hundreds of different models, different, it's even the mealies, whatever you want to call them. I love milers, they're really easy to work on. The reason I don't do many videos on them is because there's absolutely stacks of videos on YouTube about them. Why do I need to put another one out there? You know, on a showing how to take a Miley apart when there's already loads of videos out there. There's no gain to anyone. The only reason I would put a video of something like that out there is if I find a different or to me a better way of taking something apart. So I'll happily show that. I'll happily, you know, help people into, oh yeah, that's easier, we'll try it that way. So then it's a bit of use to someone. But there isn't much point of me doing Dyson videos, doing Myla videos. There's so many out there. It's not going to help anyone unless I can find a way of doing it better, doing it quicker. I don't know. But these, there isn't so many videos. There isn't so many. I wish I had pliers. My workshop is a mess and I do lose things a lot. Maybe I've got to put that in the title. This video is a bit of a rant. Yeah, that one come off for once. Right. That took a time, but that's just the way it is sometimes. Look how loose that is. Now this is Sharks. You know, this is probably, I must be the first person because we struggle to take that off without. So I'm obviously one of the first people to And look how loose that is. That should be. Should we see if it's secured a bit more? Bit more secure. But that was a bit rattly. But anyway, there's 2 screws holding the board in. So we'll take them off. There we go. And we're going to unclip the upright. I will take the motor off. You sort of got squeeze. I don't know if I can show you. But with all these clips you've got to squeeze. I don't know if you can see, but you just got to squeeze that in. There's a bit of metal because that sticks in the hole, so you squeeze it to release it. Now when doing this, you know, I've seen them with the opposite, you know, so you might have to squeeze it that way or the other way. Alright, we're getting there. Brown one, white one, and the upright switch. To do the upright, you got to remove the back wheels. Right, before doing that, I'm going to this in. Some of these can be different models. Just prising it out. It's quite well. Right. Don't know if you can see, but you'll see the wires go through the white block. So as I pull that out, there we go. Can you see? And they go, well, there's no actual, just as long as they slot through that gap and through there, that's where the wires go. And that's something that you could miss easily. Those 2 screws. And now what I do is hold the axles in. All these come out easily or hard. Alright, I've got it. Cool. They are well in there. Right, so we got to go to some models, they just pull out nice and easily. Others need encouragement. I've got to find a hammer. I'll be back. Right, we got a hammer. I must admit, hammers are not usually part of my toolkit for taking apart vacuums. But when it comes to these, sometimes they're that stiff that you've got to. So I got this bit that's got flat end. And I just try and line it up the end of the axle and pulling it so just trying to persuade that. It's not really taking the caps off don't help. don't do nothing. So you don't have to worry about that. They will. Some models just come off nice and easy. You don't have to do this, but sometimes. Right. See the cap? There's no bit because it slots into the grooves there. So you can't, it doesn't, you know, when the cap comes off, you can't, it's not an unscrew. You've actually got to just push it out. So that's, yeah. Stiff, but that's the way they are. I'm doing a take apart, so this time I'm going to go through there and be in line more. And this is something that you, I don't know if anyone's going to need to do. Why would anyone need to do this unless it is literally the wheel is damaged in some way? What I'll do is I'll go this way. Right. Right. And there we go again. Right, we got there. That is the main thing. But who really needs to do that to that wheel? I don't know. I do sell back wheels, so obviously people do struggle with it. Right, this is that screw that's holding the upright switch in. I do try and give the best possible video that I can, but I'm not, like I said, I don't get paid for any of this, so spending out money for other cameras and all that and doing it, it's not interesting. I already put a lot of time into these, let alone the money. Right, there's only 2 screws. Now obviously, if all you're doing is the belts, cargo or brush roll or motor, all that I've done before, you don't need to do. Not really. The only thing you would need to do is pull them out so that this comes out of the, because you can't get to the motor without needing to do this. But yeah. There we go. That's that seal. I'm going to try and put it back roughly how it was. Probably the easiest way is to reverse. So put that in there. I probably should have eased the seal off first, but I didn't. Right, put it back roughly. There we go. That's it. But yeah. And when people comment about, oh, it's a lot of work to do, you know, change the brush roll. Is it? I mean, I don't know. Anyway, brush roll. Is everyone got got that little time that they can't just spend half hour every now and again. You know, what is it? How often does a brush roll go? Not very often. Not very often. So what? Once a year, you might have to change a part on your vacuum and spend what, an hour? If you watch a video and take your time, it doesn't need to take that long. And I'm sure everyone in their own way has an hour to spare in a year. Because what's your option? Buy a roller, 20 quid. Replace it. Bit of satisfaction as well. You know, when you fix something, there is satisfaction. That's just pulled out. I will do a put them back together video, so if you do need to see that, go back on, I will show. But yeah, putting things back together, it's great. Have I changed a bit? No. It's a great sense of satisfaction when you've taken something apart, put it back together, fixed it, it's all working again, and yeah, as you go. So obviously you've got to go careful on these, because some screws go in this way, some screws go in that way. They are not always the same. There's different types of there's different size belts for one, and there's different type of cogs. I'm glad I put that in. That means and last of all, the motor, which I'm hoping is, I'll be back to this one. Is there any of them? I finished and now I found them. Typical. See? And usually these are just normal posi. Usually on these it's all those, but there we go. There we go, the motor. All good. But yeah, bit of a rant, bit of a moan, and yeah, taken apart. Hopefully something helps someone, whether it's the hidden screws that you don't always see, you know, the ones underneath this. You know, how many people are going to look under there if they've never taken one apart? I don't know. Yeah, how many people know that that's held in by having to take the wheel off, screw hidden? I don't know. But anyway, hopefully it helps someone. And yeah, I will be doing another video putting it all back together. So yeah, as you can see, it's all going to be put back together. Bit by bit. So yeah, if you need to see more, have a look through the videos. But thanks for watching.